A staggering 80% of profitable businesses sell off-market, which is according to Chelsea Corporate, and means they are not listed for sale. Off-market businesses are those businesses where the owner wants to sell or needs to sell, but they have yet to engage a business broker. Also, according to Chelsea Corporate, the best, most successful firms never get as far as the public market. Chelsea Corporate go on to say most company owners prefer to sell privately. They'll only list their businesses on the market as a last resort when a private buyer can't be found. If you restrict yourself to what's advertised for sale, you'll miss out. Plus, they said, it's widely regarded as the best way to buy a business. Which means, if you're just searching online or using business brokers to find a business to buy, you're missing out on the biggest opportunities to find businesses to buy. What questions are answered in this video? Number one, what I discovered with a Google search on how to find out if a business is selling. Number two, the 7 advantages you gain by searching for off-market businesses to buy. Number 3, how you'll be disadvantaged if you don't look for off-market businesses to buy. And number 4, the best way to contact the owners of these off-market businesses to find out if they are selling. At the time I searched Google how to find out if a business is selling, Google's AI suggested answer included the following. Number 1, search online for businesses for sale on websites like intelligent.co.uk or business-sale.com. Now, whilst this approach does work, it's time consuming, and if you just do this, you'll miss out on 80% of businesses you could be buying. Number 2, look for businesses for sale in trade magazines. This method assumes there are trade magazines for the industry in which you are looking to invest. But even if there are, I'm not convinced this is where business owners will advertise their businesses for sale. The reason for this I will explain in a moment, which is a reason I'm all too familiar with because it was the same reason I had when I was trying to sell my business. Number 3, check local newspapers for businesses for sale. Now, local newspapers are not the best place for business owners to sell their business. And in my opinion, you're unlikely to find a good, solid business for sale in a local newspaper. Although it's possible you may find a small cafe business for sale, I suggest you avoid this type of business altogether. If you're serious about buying a business that's going to significantly change your life and make you some serious money, it has to be $1 million business, which is what I teach in my course about how to buy a business. Number 4, use business brokers to help you find a business, perform due diligence and negotiate. This does work, as the business I bought was found via a broker. But it's not the best way to find businesses based on how many businesses that sell off market. With that said, and if you're looking to buy a business, what are the advantages of looking for off market businesses? Now, firstly, there are more opportunities as you'll have access to more businesses where the owners want to sell or need to sell but haven't yet contacted a broker. Secondly, you'll save time, as dealing with brokers and searching online for the on-market deals is very time consuming. I know this because it took me a long time to find the business I bought, where the mistake I made was to focus my search both online and via business brokers. Now, in the last year alone, I've been involved with 2 businesses that sold off-market, which were both as a result of the buyer making a direct approach. Thirdly, there's no competition from other buyers, as buying off-market means competition isn't an issue. as the business has not yet been advertised for sale. Now, I learnt this the hard way, which I will explain in the disadvantages of not buying off-market businesses. Fourthly, you'll find better deals, as some of the best businesses never come to the market. Plus, the businesses will not have been overvalued by the broker, which means the owner's expectations on valuation are far more realistic. Fifth, the seller doesn't have broker's fees to pay. Sixth, you'll begin to build rapport with the business owner right from the outset. And in my course on how to buy a business, I explain why rapport building is key to negotiating a good deal. And finally, seventh, you'll save even more time as you'll avoid the annoying gatekeeper stance that business brokers take when you make first contact with them about a business for sale. When I was looking for a business to buy, I found that some business brokers acted in such a way that they appeared not to act in the seller's best interest. On many occasions, it was a bit like getting blood out of a stone. What are the disadvantages of not looking for off-market businesses to buy? Firstly, most business owners prefer to sell their businesses privately, which means that you'll miss out on some of the best opportunities there are when you restrict yourself to those businesses advertised for sale. Secondly, company owners only list their business on the market as a last resort, which is only after they've failed to find a private buyer. The result for you is you only get to see those businesses that don't sell privately, and only then once they've been listed, which not only adds delays for you, but it also means there'll be more competition from other buyers too. Now, I discovered this the hard way. I was only weeks or so away from completing or closing on a fantastic deal to buy a civil engineering business. The seller agreed to finance the deal as part seller financing and part asset financing, which was to be financed on the assets owned by the business. The business had a lot of expensive and unencumbered plant and equipment I arranged asset finance against, and it had a debtor's ledger I was able to arrange invoice financing against too. Just a week or so from finalising the deal, he accepted a higher cash offer from another buyer, which meant I lost the deal. This happened because the broker contacted the seller with this new offer, as he'd not taken the business sales particulars off their website. Another lesson I learned was how important it is to act quickly once a deal has been agreed. This is another reason why bank finance is never a good way to go, as it takes time to arrange. Seller finance is far better, far easier, and much quicker to arrange. The main reason why business owners prefer to sell off market is because they fear their employees or their competitors will find out. I know this because I had the same fear when I was selling my business. There are many ways in which you can find off-market businesses for sale, which I teach in my course on how to buy a business. One method I teach to find off-market deals is to write good old-fashioned letters to the owners of businesses in the sector or sectors in which you are looking to buy a business. When you write your letters to business owners, it's important you demonstrate that you have a keen interest in their business and the sector in which it operates. Your letter should also communicate how much you care about preserving the owner's legacy, as most business owners are very protective over their business and their employees, which may have taken them years to build. What you are looking for is a motivated seller who wants to sell, or in some cases needs to sell their business, and who will welcome your letter as it lands on their desk. But before you start writing your letters, you might like to watch this next video. This video explains how seller financing works, but in simple terms. Understanding this one technique will be a game changer for you in your journey to buy a business, as it was for me when I bought my $1 million business.